Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show this evening. Tonight's guest, we have a new release, Welcome Home, to Brother Abbas, known as Hands. But we welcome him home after 32 years. We're going to bring him on the show and allow him to let society know who he is and what his future goals are in this world, this free society. Welcome home, my brother.
Hey, thank you, man.
Yeah.
It's good to be home, and it's good to be sitting next to you again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad to have you back, my brother.
Absolutely.
Back in society.
Absolutely.
Back amongst the people that's doing things out in the world. You know, I tell people all the time that you can be anything you want to be in prison.
Anything.
But who want to be something in prison?
Nobody.
Come be something on the street.
Absolutely.
So that's what we're doing. We bring you on the show and allow you to let society know who you are.
Yes.
You know, you've been gone for 32 years. And again, I want to say welcome home.
I appreciate that.
And you got a whole big world ahead of you, man.
Yeah.
A whole big world ahead of you. Where did you catch your case out of?
I committed my crime in Oakland, California.
Oakland, California. And you went to prison when?
1991, I committed the crime of first-degree murder of Mr. Glenn Brown. I was 20 years old at the time.
Okay.
I entered prison January 6th of 1992.
Okay. And you started where? Where you start?
San Quentin, I did my reception. Then I went to New Folsom.
Okay.
Then that was during the Pete Wilson prison boom years, so
Yeah.
new prisons opened all the time, and I stayed on the bus. We opened up Mill Creek, Level 4 in 94.
Okay.
Went to Lancaster in 2000, Salinas Valley 2006.
Okay.
A short spin at CMC East. Then I went to Soledad, Solano, DVI for 9 years, where we were at. Then back to CMC to go get my drug and alcohol counseling certification.
So you did what of a excursion? You went around.
Yeah, took the scenic route of the state.
On the site, yeah, and made it back.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's good. You know, you went in as a young man.
Yes,
And going into, at the time that you went in, there was a lot of stuff going on
it was.
behind the walls. So you went in, you had to hurry up and grow up
Yeah,
real fast because there was stuff happening on a large scale. And what at what time in your sentence that a light came on and woke you up to realize that you had to do something different?
I think about 2003, I got a small sample before the yard closed transition to a different kind of facility. In 2003, I was at Salinas Valley B facility, and New Delano was getting ready to open. And I was involved in the youth diversion program called Code 4, Convicts and Officers and Diversion and Education
Right.
for the youth. And it was the first time that I had witnessed anybody in blue on a large scale do anything good. You know, this is when the yards were still really active, and a lot of madness was going on. And dudes that I had respected were a part of the program, and they were T-Dog on the yard, but they were Timmy in the group. And Timmy was where I saw their humanity.
Right.
You know, and for the first time, that was the first time I had seen certain people that I knew to be gangsters, hustlers, players, and all that other stuff be just humans and love children and try to guide their lives.
Right.
And that was the first glimpse that I got of a sign of humanity, that it was okay in small bits, but it was okay to be a part of that human nature that I was trying to rid myself of for early on in my incarceration, because humanity was a weakness.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, and vulnerability was something that was gonna make you become preyed upon.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
so you had to get up, eat rocks for breakfast. You know,
you had to play the part.
you had to play the part. Even if it wasn't you, you better act like it was you.
Yeah, you have to play the part because like if you get into a point where they see any sign of weakness, they're gonna gobble you up.
Absolutely.
They're gonna gobble you up.
It was the Shark Tank.
Yeah,
You're gonna swim or you're gonna get eaten.
Exactly. So you had to do what you had to do to survive in the madness.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing because I met you in DVI.
Yeah, 2011.
Yeah, I was the Muslim clerk in DVI, and you had a good program in DVI. You did all the right things that you're supposed to do.
But I was still straddling the fence even then. I was turning the corner.
Yeah, you was turning the corner.
And DVI was really when the change really cemented for me, when my foundation was really set,
Right.
because I ran across staff members that treated us like people.
Yeah.
You know, from the warden down, you
Yeah.
see them in the hallway, they shake your hand,
Right.
they acknowledge you. You
Right.
know, you
Right.
wasn't just a number
Right.
or an inmate. You were, hey, you need something done? You know Wendell, you know Amin in the chapel?
Right.
Well, go
Right.
go talk to Amin.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I remember Nate Williams, there was an issue with Juma or something, and in the MAC chairman position, it always been like a position where you can go move a bundle around, you know, or do some wrong. You know, it was your green card to travel around
Right.
the penitentiary.
Right.
But Nate made things happen. He would get on the phone. We wasn't having Juma, or the staff member wasn't there. The imam was gone, and Nate called the warden's office.
Yeah.
You know, Mr. Rackley, they're not giving us no coverage. We have a problem. We have service, and I was blown away. Like, man, you know, brother, you know, just jumped on the phone, called the warden's office.
Right. Make things happen.
You know,
Make that behind the wall.
and next, you know, a staff member came down there, and you know, we had Juma.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, from that was like really was solidified that I needed to come full circle in my change. And even then, you know, I was more like that oil tanker trying to turn around. You know, they make real wide turns.
Yeah.
You know, they can't just turn on a dime. And that was kind of like my trajectory in life.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I met some of the strongest, most capable, gifted brothers while I was at DVI. Yeah.
But DVI had a few programs that was good.
Oh,
A few programs that was good. We started the multicultural metamorphosis in
man,
DVI.
that was amazing.
Yeah, and it was because I brought it from Folsom, old Folsom State Prison, to DVI, and when we got to DVI, they was shocked because they never had to where we had all races sit down in one room at peace.
Yes.
You know, wasn't no conflict, wasn't no arguments, wasn't none of that. Sit down and it was attendant to what was going on in the program, and it was a good thing.
It was.
It was a good thing. So
You were bringing in parole officers and different people to come from the community, talking about what was going on. And that was like our first example of people reaching back into the penitentiary to help us get out of prison.
Right.
You know, that was it. That was the first sign I seen.
Yeah, we even had Delancey Street come in.
Delancey Street came a couple times.
Yeah.
You know, and growing up in the Bay Area, all I knew was bad things about Delancey Street.
Yeah.
Man, that's one place you don't want to
You
go.
don't want to go.
You know? But to hear them people come in and tell their story and the reason why it was like that, the reason why they pushed a hard line, it gave me some insight and understanding. As I got older and got more mature, I was able to take that in and say, okay, I get it now. I see what the purpose is behind it.
Yeah. Well, you know, they say in life, you know, at an early age, you're just learning. But when you get to a certain age, you're wise, you got wiser, and you start seeing things a lot more clear than you did when you were younger. You know, as our parents used to tell us things coming up, and we didn't want to hear that. You know, but when we got a certain age, we started ringing bells like, oh, okay, that's what they meant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they meant. Because my father's gone. He's deceased, and I remember some things that he told me now years ago that, oh, that's what he meant.
Yeah.
You know, so it takes a little time for it to resonate
Yeah.
and sit in there what it, you know, what
I agree.
we can use now. So now that you're home, you've been home. How long you been home?
20 days.
20 days today.
20 days. Started work yesterday.
Alhamdulillah. You started work yesterday. Right.
Didn't want to, but it was the right time and
Yeah.
it was the right situation for me.
So you've been on 20 days.
Yeah.
You got a job. Yesterday, you started yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, people been on for years, ain't got no job. Anyway, that's another story. But so your foot is in the ground.
It is.
Okay. You got boots that you tied up already.
I did.
Right, and you're moving. Yeah, alhamdulillah.
And I was able to do it by the grace of Allah and harnessing the information that people were giving to me. All throughout I could look back late in my incarceration before I came home and years before, and there was people that came into my life that gave me good pieces of information throughout different times. I just wasn't really ready to accept it in them moments, so I rejected it.
Right.
I heard it, whatever.
Right.
I need to go get this money.
Right.
I need to do this. I need to do that.
Right.
I was never focused on bettering myself
Yeah.
until I got to DVI and saw a community of people working to better than themselves.
Everybody working, right.
You know, and all them brothers, you, Nate, Latif, and everybody else, Raymond, and Mubashir, and all these people, everybody's out doing something. The executive directors of programs, they CEOs, CFOs, you got the transitional houses, you know, you got all these people got stuff going on, and it all started as a building block of DVI and being dedicated to better ourselves.
Yes.
and being given the opportunity to be in a prison where the staff weren't pitting us at one another.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times in a lot of the institutions that the brothers are at,
yeah,
the staff pin you at one another.
Yeah.
So you stay focused on getting at each other, so you don't stay focused on growing better than yourself.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
or being mad at them in the long term.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we had a lot of organizations, a lot of programs coming in. I remember Nani out of Barstow and Needles out of Santa Cruz. He's come in and do Juneteenth and sing them out every year.
Yeah.
You know, he did it for years until the warden shut him down and kicked him out.
Yeah.
You know,
I remember seeing the pictures in the gym when I was a clerk.
Yeah. I mean, he did some fantastic things for us in the prison. He used to bring professors in and give classes out of Cabrillo College to DBI. So it was a lot of good things happening at DBI, you know, and they finally tore it down. But you know, everything should crumble if it's there too long.
Absolutely.
So they tore it down. They're working to close down Susanville.
Right now, I think they're getting ready to finish. Then they got a bunch of yards they're getting ready to close. But even at the closure of DVI, we had amazing groups in there.
Yes.
You know, we had Peacemakers Alliance.
Yes.
We had GRIP, Guiding Rage into Power, which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Then we had Vogue, Victim Offender Education Groups, and they were bringing survivors of violent crimes in to tell their stories, to give firsthand accounts to the harms that we inflicted upon communities and families as a whole. And, you know, and you see a mother tell her story about when she got notified when her son was removed out of her life, you know, and you hear these stories and you get this visceral feeling like, man, this is what I caused.
Yeah.
You know, this is the harm that we thought was cool to
Right.
do.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, later on in my older, wiser, more mature years, I was able to sit back and say, man, this is not acceptable on any front.
Right.
You know, so I worked
Right.
I worked hard when I was younger to get people into drugs. Now, as a substance abuse disorder counselor, I work hard to get the people out of drugs. Because I know what the road looks like. You know, firsthand.
Well, that's a good thing. We need you out here, man. We need you out here. I'm telling you, you know, we got programs that we're in the process of starting that we need people like you coming home from incarceration. You know, who's better to tell a story, or who's better to work with somebody that's other than somebody that's been there. You know, and you've been there on both sides of the track.
Both sides of the track.
You know, so now you out and you going, the door's gonna open for you. Gonna open for you because in the next few months I'm gonna need somebody. You know, to bring in that's been on the fields, and you the one.
I've been following you for some time. I took the job after you.
You
moved out here, then I took that seat. You know, that was a hot seat.
Hot seat.
Everybody that had that seat, you know, came out of prison and became successful.
Yes.
That was a hot seat right there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
And it allowed us to cultivate good relationships with people.
Right. Yeah.
After Klein left, we had Rabbi Joel come in.
Okay.
Beautiful man. Mike Herman, the Native American spiritual advisor.
Is he still there?
No, they're all gone because, you know, DBI shut down. Deacon Santiago.
Yeah.
Great people of humanity
Yeah.
that really respected us, because I think they recognized and saw that our heart was sincere in what we were doing, and we were doing it for the right reasons, not for the chrono.
Right.
That was going to come anyway.
Yeah, we didn't need the chrono.
You didn't need the chrono, you know, but we were doing the right things for the right reasons to the right people.
Right.
And there was so many. That was, like I said, that was the first time I ever seen staff treat us like individuals, from the counselor, Fielder, and all them people.
Right.
You know,
was Fielder there when he closed?
He retired like a year and a half before.
Okay. Yeah. Good man.
Great man.
Yeah. Good
man. Strong man.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. That's right on.
Yeah.
That's right on.
And that helped me grow as an individual.
Yeah.
And as a man, I became a better husband and a better father and provider, and you know, became more compassionate. Then I followed Nate and everybody into the Straight Life program, youth diversion. And I was the chairman for the last 4.5 years.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
You know, so that taught me administration skills that I also had when I took over your spot.
Okay.
It just allowed things to solidify and prepared me for this moment. Coming out of prison, being able to be placed 19 days after incarceration in a building where people are helping people get off substance abuse, and working with community leaders, you know, and leaving a footprint on the community. You know, it allowed me to step into that role, and there's many things I don't know, but the transition has been somewhat seamless in the fact that I'm prepared for whatever comes in front of me. Exactly.
So, well, like I say, I tell you, man, that you're here, and take your time. Take your time. A lot of people get out and they rush. They want to do things. Okay, we all want to do things, but take your time, because While you taking your time, you're gonna see everything.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna miss nothing. All the wrongs, all the rights, all the in between. You gonna see all of it, and you'll take the ones that you need, the pieces that you need, and you disregard the ones that you don't need, and it's gonna happen for you.
It's funny you talk about the pieces because for so long in my life, I only looked at my piece. I couldn't see the board.
Right.
You know, and great chess players play the board.
Exactly.
They don't play the piece; they play the board.
Exactly.
And I didn't have that ability for so long in my life. I was just playing piece by piece, movement by movement. I couldn't see the board. Now I can sit back and
the whole thing.
Okay, this is what this is.
Exactly.
And I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
You know, and immense gratitude has come through my life, in all my relationships. There's so many people that have helped me since I've been out of prison. 20 days now. Has contacted me. You need anything? Can I help? You know, you come pick me up, take me to Costco. You know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, they need a couple things.
You asked me, you said, you got a
Costco card?
Yeah, I'll be right there. So I get down, I'm right there. Yeah, I mean, that's what we got to do. We got to help the ones we left behind that's coming on. We got to be there for them because the transition comes from us. We have to make sure that you have a smooth transition back to your community.
And the funny thing is, everybody that's outside of my wife, what a blessing she's been in my life and assisted me throughout this last 6 years of my growth. She says my growth didn't start until she came into my life. So she like to give herself credit for that, which is cool.
Sure, definitely.
But some of it is true.
Yeah.
Everybody that's playing a huge factor in my life right now, almost exclusively, is formerly incarcerated. Except my buddy Ray and one or two others. Everybody else is formerly incarcerated.
Right.
You know, 32 years, you know, there's very few people in my situation that are still a part of my life that were part of my life prior to me coming to prison. Some of that had to do with the life I was living and the way I was treating relationships as being transactional. So now, everybody that, you know, my boy Dave and Aaron and Lateef and Raymond, all these people you know and don't know, all these people are the ones that circle around the wagon, man. What do you need? We've done this, you know. Step 2 is CGA. We follow the path of those that trod the path before us.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's, I had to hitch my wagon to these people, and I see they're successful. What they're doing is working. Why would I try to reinvent the wheel or something I had no idea about?
Exactly. It's fall in line, fall in suit, and it's gonna work out. You know, like I say, everything's here. We got a tremendous program here that for formerly incarcerated coming on, they can't go back. Pay is not an option.
No.
You see what I'm saying? When they come home, we got all these people surrounding people that come home from incarceration because we know we left good people behind. And everybody that we left behind is coming home. You know, at record numbers, they got a Sabor. Sabor had life without the possibility of parole. He had LWIP. He home. He came home. He got a life without the possibility. He home. So the brothers, even with the LWIP, life without the possibility, they coming home at large numbers.
I left a lot of good people behind.
And
I have an obligation to reach my hand back in there and bring those out that have done the work, not the ones that haven't done the work.
They've done the work.
But there's a bunch that have done the work and redeemed their time. They didn't just do their time. They redeemed their time. And I got an obligation to reach back and get them people like you guys reached back for us and came and got us. For the right purpose.
They got the brother Sonny that was up the L3s.
Sonny, absolutely. He just got found suitable.
He got found suitable. He's the only way. He's the only way home. You know, so we're gonna try to bring him up to multi-cultural metamorphosis. We're gonna try to bring him in.
Good.
Inshallah, it work. You know,
that's good.
We're trying to get everybody home that's working to stay out here. We want them. We want them, and we have a duty to work with them to make it possible for them to be part of this world for the rest of their life.
Absolutely.
You know, because when we was born, we wasn't born to be locked in prison all our life. That's not what we was born for.
It's something we subjected ourselves to based on the consequences of our actions.
Exactly.
You know,
we took that on.
You
know, but the crime was paid, the debt was paid, and we back, and we part of this world. We ain't going nowhere.
No.
You know, so I want to let society know that for the brother that's here now, he's back. He's back in society with his family, with the people that he met in prison. That we're family, and he's back, and he ain't going to. We're gonna be a umbrella for him for the rest of his time he's here. If you need something, you got my number. Call me day or night.
You know I will.
You know, 24/7. My phone. I care wherever I go. I'm gonna pick it up. You know what I mean? It ain't like I got a block phone call. I have to pick it up and be there for you when you need it, because that's what we do. And that's what multicultural metamorphosis do.
Absolutely.
You know, it's what it says. It's a multicultural for every race of people. Metamorphosis, complete change, and that's what we do.
I'm just following the path of those of you guys that went before me that I seen do it.
Yeah.
Not I heard it.
Right? Did you see?
I seen these brothers do it. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it can be done. So you know what you want to do, and we gonna be here for you. We got jobs for you. You know, anything that you need, we got it for you. So yeah, you got no problem.
My Indeed account just stays emailing me about job opportunities based on my resume.
Yeah, that's right.
You know.
Yeah.
And when you've done the right things and you become internally healed, you know, people want healed people around them in society.
Exactly.
Because people in society are damaged.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
whether
they're
it's because of
damaged.
finances, job circumstances, home life, different traumas they went throughout their lives. People are truly damaged.
Yeah,
you know,
damaged.
they're not broken. They're just some fractures, and they can be fixed.
They can be fixed.
You know.
I had an Imam Dawu Salam. He used to always tell me, "Amin, everybody's salvageable." And I said, "No, brother." I said, "No, I don't think that, brother, man." And I said it for some years. He said, "Amin, everybody's salvageable." No, brother, man, I don't think so. But I'm saying everybody's salvageable if they want to be.
If they want to be.
If they want to be. So I'm still stuck with everybody's not salvageable. But you're salvageable if you want to be.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? Because you can, it's like a gang member. A person that's hooked up, a lot of them want to get out, but they don't know how to get out.
They have no idea.
Right? But if they knew how to get out, they get out.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So everybody is salvageable if you want to be. And everybody that we in contact with is salvageable because they want to be. And they changed their life a great number. They're doing positive things. Everybody doing positive things.
Everybody.
You know, ain't nobody slipping. And we had one person that slipped and went back. You know, and he's back. A skill Sally, Kimbrough.
Oh, Kimbrough? Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Kimbrough went back shortly after he got out.
Yeah.
But he's back. And they gave him his last sentence back.
Yeah.
He has to start all over again.
Mm.
You know, but like I said, very few go back that I can count on one hand. You know, and everybody else is doing great things. You know, so we're gonna do this, and we're gonna keep on doing this. We ain't gonna stop. And we gotta, you know, I tell people, you know, my age now, I'm 70 years old. He said, "Amin, you how old?" 70 years old. He said, "Amin, you ain't 70. I'm 70 years old."
Really?
Yeah, and I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You know,
yes, you are.
I'm doing it.
You are.
I ain't stopping. I mean, I got a beautiful things that's going on in my life.
Yes.
You know, and I'm 70. I'm gonna be until I'm 105. When I'm 105, that's when I leave. 105.
Okay.
I'm 70 years old. I'm still. And there's no room for failure. Everything is success.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You do right it come to you.
Yeah, I agree.
You know.
My friend Jeremy, before I left at the OMCP graduation in October, he made a statement. The district attorney in San Luis Obispo was there, and he said there are no throwaway people. And I believe
There's not. There's not.
You know,
there's no throwaway people. There's not. You know, everybody, like I said, everybody has something in them.
yeah.
They just got to pull it out.
They just don't know their gift.
Exactly.
The gift is there.
It's there. You got to pull it out.
You got to pull it out.
You know, you got to find out what your gift is, because Allah put you here for a reason. Everybody was put here for a reason.
Absolutely.
I found out my gift is to be of service.
Yes.
That's what my gift is, to be of service. That's what I've been put here for, to be of service. And I found that out when I was in DVI.
Yeah. That's where I learned mine too.
Yeah, when I sit behind that desk and people was coming in, I mean, we gave stuff to the devil with
Yeah.
You know, we had to give stuff, and that was,
Nazis, everybody else.
That was our job.
They need their stuff.
We was being of service. You know, so I learned that. That's why I learned that you're a service man. You got to just give people what they supposed to have, what they need, what they ask for. Just give it to them. I don't care what race you are, where you come from, what you believe in. You can believe in that rock that ain't never moving.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you believe in, I'm with you.
Yeah.
You know?
And sooner or later, when you're doing the right thing, they'll ask a question.
Yeah.
What do you believe?
What do you believe? Yeah.
You know, why are you always happy?
Yeah. Right.
You know,
Yeah.
where's that come from? How you get that?
Yeah. How you get that? Where it come from?
And that opens conversations especially when you're consistent.
Yes. Yes.
You know, not sometimes because everybody's looking for that old you to come out and say, I knew it.
Right.
I knew
there.
it. He was
there.
He ain't changed. You know, but when you stay consistent,
Yeah.
you know, people look for that, man.
Yeah, they do. They look for it. They look for it. So yeah. So things are happening, man. We welcome you home, man.
And I appreciate
and
it.
everything that you do, man. It's enjoy it, man.
They do.
It's enjoy it because, like I tell people all the time, I don't have bad days. I mean, and seriously, I don't have bad days. If it's pouring down raining and whatever, I just get in my car and just drive and enjoy the rain coming down on the windshield and the wipers going back and forth, the music playing. enjoy everything. People have road race, blow the horn. Okay, get over. Okay, I'm about the business because I'm gonna get where I got to get in time that I'm supposed to be there, and just enjoy everything. I have good days and I have better days.
Absolutely.
Right? No bad days, nothing in between. You know, and value that because we was gonna use on the side of the wall where you didn't know what's gonna happen.
Had no idea. The governor took me to 168 before I went home.
168. Wow.
Yeah, 168.
he
told me I can go home at 149.
Yeah,
and it started taking so long. I thought maybe he changed his mind or something. You know?
All right, you went overtime.
Yeah.
168.
168 is when I walked out.
Yeah. Well,
praise be to God, man. It's done.
Everything happens for reasons.
Absolutely.
I don't make mistakes. Everything you do is do for a reason.
Absolutely.
You know, you sweated you a little bit.
That's it.
A little bit. Okay, I can.
You know I can handle it. That's why I don't pray for a lighter burden. I pray for a stronger back.
Sure, you're right.
Because the burden gonna be there.
Yes.
I gotta be able to bear it.
Yes. So things happen for reasons. Everything happens for a reason, and we have to understand that and accept that. You know that everything happens for a reason. And keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop.
I love what I do, man.
Yes.
I love my service.
Yes.
Service keeps me sober. Service keeps me safe and sane.
Yes.
You know, and all them things is the reason why I do it.
Yes. Well, keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. And we appreciate you being here. We appreciate you being here and just enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Yeah. So your job now is. What is your job status?
I'm working at Options, learning the nuance of finishing up my certification for alcohol and drug and other counselor.
Okay.
Other drug counselor. Substance use disorder is my certification under the NADAC, National Association of Alcohol and Drug Counselors.
Okay.
In CADAP. So got to get some hours in, become fully certified. So I'm in the process of knocking that down.
That's right, knock them down.
Knock them down, man. Knock them down with a smile.
Yes, sir. So anyway, so we glad you came on tonight to the show. You know, this show comes on every Saturday night at 7:00 on Channel 29.
That's right.
Prime time, Comcast Xfinity. You know, so this show comes on, and we have it on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube tomorrow. And this YouTube station is shown around the world.
Right.
You know, we got viewers all around the world that watch our show, and they watch it whenever they want to. In Australia, we got it in the Middle East, we got it in China, we got it around the world. People watch the show, and they tell me that this is the most watched show that they have on there for this program.
That's right.
Because we talk about something that makes sense. You know, people coming home and what they're doing and how they're doing it, and why they're doing it, and what changed their life to who they are now. So your goals are unlimited.
Yeah.
Unlimited. So thank you for coming on the show.
Man, I appreciate you, man, and everything you've done and shown me throughout, 12 years, 13 years.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You've been a consistent person the whole time I've known you.
Yeah, right on. I appreciate that.
And I respect and I treasure that in people.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Well, we're gonna bring you back in some months. And we're gonna follow you for a couple of years to show the people what we can do, what we have done. So we're gonna follow you, and we want to thank you for coming on, watching the show. The viewers that's watching the show, I asked you that anything that you think that you can do to enhance our program, to better it to what it should be, what it could be, call the show, call Bayback, and give them a message to give to me. I'll get the message, and we'll better our program. We're here for you. We want to give you the information that you should have, that we have people coming home from incarceration that's been gone a long time, and they're coming home, and they're part of your community. So we want to advise you and show you what we're doing and how we're doing it and why we're doing it, because there's a reason for us coming back here. We was given a gift to come back. A lot of us not coming home, but we was given a gift to come home. We're here. We ain't going nowhere. We're part of your community. So write, call Bayback, and let them know what we can do to enhance our program, and we'll use that and better our program. So thank you for watching the show tonight. We encourage you to tell a friend about the Wendell Amin James Show, and be a part of this. Thank you, and have a good night.